Thank you very much. Vinyl can be dangerous. They advanced to the championship game last year. 3 members of the returning core in the starting lineup: Hamby, Burrell, and Howard. As for Laces, Young is the captain. Brittany Sykes named to the all-unrivaled second team with an outstanding season, averaging north of 20 points per game. And the engine, Alyssa Thomas. Here we go. The Unrivaled playoffs, presented by Samsung Galaxy, are underway. Win or go home. Ball screen operation. Howard to Hamby.
And Hamby gets out of that so quickly, which makes her just so tough to guard. Her ability to set a screen and roll super fast makes her just so effective.
They won a 3-on-3 medal together with Team USA. Young tees one up, off the mark, tracked down by Howard. Navigates the ball screen. Stop and start, and picked off by Young.
I love this about the Laces. It's going to be important for their defense to be as solid as their offense. And when you see AT get into the paint, able to score like that, you know they're starting out well, Sarah.
Their defense fuels their offense, and that's a huge part of what will get them going.
Laces boast the top scoring defense in Unrivaled, holding opponents under 65 points per game. They split the season series. Burrell became a starter against Laces at the end of January. A denial by Sykes. Here is Thomas with the pep. Feeds it, Sykes, 3 in the air, too strong.
3-point shot making for Laces is going to be critical to really continue to open the floor up and get them in a rhythm.
In stride, it's Hamby, scoops it home.
Sykes' ability, I think we saw in that last play, her ability to defend, block shots at the rim, run back in transition, and great looks offensively is what makes her so great and why she's had such a great season.
No doubt. Coach Wade, Sabrina, talked to us about that. Just the consistency, night in, night out, is what's made her dangerous. Tries to spray back and cover Howard. Sykes goes down, so does Ryan Howard.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned it here, just her ability to recover. Obviously, Ray Burrell, such a fast offensive player, but her ability to elevate, get a block at the rim, continue to convert and run to the other end is what makes her so special.
Medical staff is attending to Brittany Sykes by the Vinyl bench. Howard was shaken up on the play too. Great to see both players back to their feet. Brittany Sykes hit the game-winning free throw for Rose last season to win the inaugural championship. She's got the DNA of the Unrivaled playoffs.
And here we're in playoff mode. You see a physical game, and Sykes got tripped up, I think, first by Hamby, which caused her to roll into Howard.
Foul was on Sykes. Here's Howard on island. Fall away, Jay, good.
Ryan Howard's so good at that. Her ability to use her length and create shots is something that's not talked about enough. I mean, her ability to be so tall as a guard and be able to get into the paint, spin, turn around, and hit a little pull-up is what makes her such a great scorer. I also think when you're coming off of a tough game like she is last night, you got a little bit of a chip of motivation and a focus sometimes, even more so.
Lisa, just 10 points for Howard in each of the 2 games against Laces. Maybe it will be Ryan time. Hamby's off to a beautiful start, though, in the post.
And I would love for it to be Ryan time, but what is more important, I think Dearica Hamby getting off to a good start, because I think in this season in general, she hasn't quite been as consistent as she had been in the first season, so great to see her getting started.
Averaging 17 points per game in the regular season, 6 of Vinyl's 8 early on. Hand off to Howard, separates once again. Off the mark and cleared by Thomas. Lace's leading rebounder, can also run the point. Step through move, Alyssa Thomas in space, dangerous.
I mean, Alyssa's ability to play every single position, use a ball screen, and nice Euro to get to the basket.
Well, Vinyl's intentional, getting Hamby involved on the block.
Well, I love it, and Ray Burrell talked about it when we spoke to her earlier, for Hamby to be ready. She sees her and she wants to feed her, and that is very helpful for Vinyl to have that threat.
Sykes deep in the paint, floats it up with the left hand, trickles in.
That's a tough finish. Burrell's trying to stay in front of her, do a good job with her verticality, and Sykes has got that, though, long range to finish over.
Coach Wade talks about defensive disruption. Vinyl, pace, can get wherever he desires, says Coach Weatherspoon. Fade away by Burrell, left it short. Laces down 4 with the ball. Sykes steamrolls inside for 2. 4 for Sykes, and it's a 2-point game.
I love when Brittany Sykes is being aggressive, getting down heel, and I believe Renee talked about that also in the studio, the importance of Brittany Sykes being aggressive, getting to the basket, but also her defensive presence.
There's Thomas down the runway.
Vinyls got to be better defensively. I feel like the Laces have had their way getting to the basket. And it's not just about finding seams. It's just better communication and more pressure on the ball.
Oh, and Sabrina, you had a feel for it. On a miss, you leak out as a guard, get up the floor, and run the break. There's Burrell on the board.
Yeah, and the Laces do that so well because AT is able to get the rebound and push it herself. So all you have to do is force a tough shot and then get down to the other end.
Young leading three, money. Jackie Young scores, and now every starter in this first quarter has a bucket. Howard runs the show. Since the trade of Courtney Williams to Breeze, Howard has assumed facilitation duty. Spin by Hamby. Thomas the deflection. On the move, 3-on-2. Bounce it to Sykes. In stride, lays it home.
What's great about the Laces right now, all three players a triple threat, whether they're on both the offensive end or the defensive end. And with Alyssa Thomas having the ability to be the facilitator, Jackie Young here coming up with another steal. Oh, and a turnover, all in the same play.
Lost her balance. Howard lets one fly. Swish.
That's a really tough sequence. You should have had an easy 2 on one end, and it ends up 5-point swing.
That momentum shift is huge. If they could score here and kind of slow that down.
Especially in a winner go home. Sykes on the turnaround, boarded by Burrell. Tied at 15. Howard, crossover, sidestep, fakes the jumper. Burrell tees one up. Here comes Sykes, 6 points. Thomas matches her with 6. Sykes breezes by Hamby. Once again, Sarah, not set defensively.
And this, there just needs to be a better and more intentional pickup of the basketball. Communication, make sure you're covering, but just getting in front of players. We've seen a lot of easy lanes to the hoop.
Howard fights for position, jumper, money. Howard's gotten in a rhythm here, up to 7.
I love when Howard gets downhill, just attacking. We talked about ride time. She has 7 points right now. But I think Vinyl clicking offensively, they just got to get some defensive stops.
Both clubs shooting over 50%. Sykes pours in 2 more, up to 10 here in the first. Good back and forth action. Final minute, first quarter. Burrell squeezes by and puts it in.
And the game is going to be won in the paint here. I think we see from both teams their intention of getting downhill and getting paint touches, whether it's from your bigs, from your guards, and just continuing to put pressure on the rim.
Thomas off that time, leaps for it. Sykes lands on it. Kick it. Thomas, jumper, good.
Wow. Alyssa Thomas, I don't know how she makes that jumper, but consistently she knocks it down. Excellent jumper and kick out for the Laces.
See if Vinyl hunts for a 2-for-1. Too much time ticking. Lob pass. Howard to Hamby. That connection is beautiful early on.
The other interesting thing is both coaches trying to make a substitution and have not been able to do it. Both teams, all players on the floor keep looking to the sideline. They finally get a chance to sub in.
This is where it's going to be interesting with these second units, just how different stylistically they can play in the way in which they're going to run through different players, especially someone like a Brittany Griner here for Vinyl.
A pair of hockey line changes. 6 off, 6 on, both ways. Hillman, 3-ball, good.
I mean, that's huge for her to be able to come in and kind of switch the momentum back into the Laces' favor with a huge shot coming off the bench.
Down to 2, Canada, the 2-time steals leader, heaves it, nearly drills it. Excellent first quarter of action. Laces lead by 3 at the end of 1. It is win or go home. Sykes with 10 for Laces, Hamby with 10 for Vinyl. The Unrivaled first round on True TV is presented. TNT Sports coverage of Unrivaled is presented by Miller Lite. With great taste and only 96 calories, it's Miller time. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything. 1 quarter in the books. Great back and forth action. The score was tied 6 times. Number 3 seed Laces up 3 on 6 seed Vinyl. Let's revisit the season series. They met twice. Laces held Vinyl to the lowest amount of points in an Unrivaled game ever, 42 on opening day. And then Vinyl got revenge on January 31st Sabrina, you've played teams, clubs, variety of times in the regular season, meet in the postseason. How does it change? What can you pull from it?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to figure out what's your X factor. And you got to learn from the games that you played before, what worked, what didn't. Right now, these benches have to be what the X factor is. I think both teams are playing each other similarly. They're trying to attack, rebound, push the ball in transition, continuing to own the paint. But I think these bench players right now come in and are going to have to make sure that they can continue to change and add to the momentum of the game.
Good stuff. Let's look at the second quarter now through the Samsung Galaxy Game View, powered by Galaxy S25 Ultra. The deception by Canada feeds Segrist on the block.
Yeah, what a play by Canada. The patience, the read. She pulls out two defenders and finds an easy one.
Both head coaches turn to their second units. Rivers on the swing. Three-pointer. Drills it.
Come on, Sanaya Rivers knocking down the three. Hasn't had as much time to play. She's new to the vinyl, but wow, stepping in, that's a huge three for her.
Yes, Lisa, to your point, Rivers did not play in the final two regular season games and has delivered Canada a smooth spin for two.
Even last night, we saw Canada more assertive and aggressive, looking for a shot offensively.
1 minute in, second quarter. 4-point lead for Laces, and Griner shrinks it to 2.
BG is going to have the game of her life, because she is really the X factor and can make a huge difference for Vinyl this second, right here with this second unit.
Yeah, and they're going to have to capitalize. Naz Hillman, it is a mismatch, so they need a trap. And I think you got to make great decisions out of the trap in order to make them pay.
Shot clock winding down. Hillman drives to the basket, blocked by Griner. BG fired up, runs the floor hard. The catch. Wants to go back up. Griner curls in the lane. Defense to offense.
BG doing big girl things down low. I love to see it. And again, she's got to dominate on both ends. I love the block as well as coming down, finishing strong in the paint.
Coach Spoon told the pregame show, if we click on the same cylinder tonight, we will be successful. Canada, a strong start to the second. Wheeler pull up three.
Had a chance to talk to Coach Spoon about her team, and if everybody can play their best game, she says they have a great opportunity to win this game. Right now, all players have scored.
On the kickout, Segrist sets the feet, connects. That's a three.
Second chance opportunities. That's part of the X factor. The second chance opportunities, wide open kick out threes. Also, BG's doing a great job of just protecting the rim and trying to get stops, but you need guards to go out there and fly and try and contest some three-point shots. That's too easy for Maddie Segrist.
Fun pace to this basketball game, Sabrina. I think you love being part of this one. Wheeler heaves it. Shot clock violation. We're seeing offense and defense, especially, Lisa, from Brittany Grund.
Come on. Well, Brittany knows right here she has to run this down and meet Naz. She does an excellent job not fouling her. And then on the other end, getting fouled, gets that rebound back, but the patience, knowing that she's got to finish strong on the inside. BG making it happen for the final.
Griner was thrilled to find out that they would play for Teresa Weatherspoon when the draft happened in November. Has poured so much into BG this winter. Both clubs shooting better than 60% from the floor. Wheeler off the mark that time. 4 minutes to go in the second. Winner go home. Laces the three. Final to 6. Griner protects the paint. Young around the ball screen. Floats it up. Offensive rebound, Hillman. Kick it out. Segrist tries to slash. Ball is loose. Young wants to keep it.
Excellent defense by Vinyl. The whole team just getting hand deflections on the ball, really forcing the Laces into taking tough shots.
And Wheeler navigates the screen to perfection. Every player that has checked into this ball game has scored. In a tie game at 33, Hillman pulls it, drills it. That's another three for Laces, their fourth.
Naz's ability to just come in and be ready. And continuing to just come in, she scores, she's ready. She came off the bench.
3-point lead here for the Laces as we get set to start the second quarter. Brittany Sykes, a huge part of that, setting the tone. She's been on the attack on offense and also defensively. The fierceness, the force, and her ability to attack. Sabrina, just as we dialed it up, a lot of shot making and a high level of efficiency here early on.
I mean, obviously, look at these three players we have here on the screen. Their ability to come in and be effective and efficient, all three of them. And then you have the bench. I mean, you're going to Jordan Canada and Maddie Segrist, who have come in and just continued to execute every time that they've gotten the opportunity to.
What I like is Laces, 15 points off the bench, Vinyl 12 points. So the team, I think all 6 players playing excellent basketball right now.
Both coaches love the balance. The present for Andrew Wade all year. For Coach Weatherspoon, one player goes off, one might drop in production. Clicking tonight, shot clock down to 3. Backdoor cut by Howard, cruises in the lane and puts it home.
Baby Way with the nice bounce pass. And I like the execution. Vinyl just came out of that timeout. You want to see that, as Coach Spoon, I'm sure, drew that up.
16 buckets for Vinyl, 8 assists, 3 for Burrell. Howard tries to stay attached. Sykes uses the pick. 3-pointer. Rebound Burrell. He's come on strong as of late, averaging 26 points per game in her last 3. Howard, 3-pointer. Burrell parachutes in to tap it. Tracked down by Sykes. Eyes up the floor. Wants to attack Hamby. Deep in the paint, Sykes. And our second foul of the game in our first of the second quarter. We'll get our first free throw of the night. The Unrivaled Halftime Show is presented by Ford, Lauren, Candace, and Renee. We'll have you covered. Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Wade is so complimentary of Sykes. He said she's playing a lead on both ends. She's been so consistent. Plus, she's matched up against the other team's best player every night. I can't say enough good things about her. He talked about her growth and how amazing it's been to see. He said she's grown so much in just how she sees the game, and especially her communication and her buy-in was his 2 big points.
Both ends of the floor.
And it's so true, Allie. I think just watching Sykes come in this season after winning the championship, she has another level of confidence, and she's really excited about trying to win, obviously, another championship for this ball club.
Laces by 3 with the ball. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Win or go home. Here in the Unrivaled playoffs, presented by Samsung Galaxy. High off the glass and in. Thomas has 10.
That was with the left, too. Nasty.
Thomas, the second member of Laces, in double figures. Sykes with 12. Burrell knifes in the paint and earns a trip to the line. Vinyl's first trip there tonight.
And Burrell does that so well. Her ability to use her length and how quick she is to be able to find angles to attack downhill, get to the free throw line, but also finish.
Really put it together in season 2. Coach Weatherspoon talks about Burrell's patience and poise have come to fruition. She's always poured confidence into her, but now it's paying off.
Well, I think also, Brendan, just the fact that she studies the game so much. She's a student of the game. She wants to get better. She wants to be known as a 2-way player, but also a player that can score from all over the court as well. So she's put in a lot of work in this offseason with her coach prior to Unrivaled starting, and then every day in practice.
It's huge. Her decision-making, too, the quickness of it and how she's seeing the defense now. The game is slowing down for her.
Not just watching, but dissecting the film. Shot clock to 4. Howard tangled up momentarily, separates, 3-pointer. Left it short. Howard now 1 for 4 from deep. There's chaos in midcourt. Fouls on Burrell. Her first, team second here in quarter number 2.
And it's really great that no one's really in foul trouble.
Right.
That as physical as the game has been, I think both ball clubs, again, executing their offense so well. And then defensively, just trying to get some stops. But everybody's scoring so strong to the basket as well, Sabrina. Just hard to stop tonight.
Yeah, and I think you're able to see the continuous purpose that they play with to try to attack downhill from both ball clubs. I mean, everyone is trying to win the paint right now. I think teams that are going to start getting hot right now and hit some shots on the outside is what's coming next.
Meanwhile, Thomas is flabbergasted. Offensive foul. Could not believe it. She erupted to the paint. So it's a turnover, final ball. Howard and company shooting 57%. Laces 53%. They have 3 steals. Final operates the ball screen. Burrell drives, and a foul on the other end. This one's on Thomas. Her second.
Hey, that's really tough. I mean, you kind of got this Laces team bottled up a little bit, or excuse me, Vinyl team bottled up a little bit with the end of the shot clock, and you bail them out some.
High post touch for Griner. Attacks Thomas, spin cycle, in the blender.
BG, I love the blender. Works well from her height for sure.
Sykes drills a three despite the contest.
And that's what we're talking about, her ability to score inside, but also score from the three-point line and keep the defense honest.
First three for Sykes, Sabrina 15 points. Howard thought about matching, drives, backs down Young, fadeaway jumper, and a foul. Jackie Young commits her second. Now the physicality is starting to pick up a bit more, and the officials are blowing the whistle. It is win or go home, folks. Rose and Breeze up next on True TV. Mist and Phantom await their competition. Monday in Brooklyn.
Gonna hold it out for one shot here, probably. Try and run the shot clock down as much as they can to get a good shot.
Skip pass to Burrell, three-pointer, pure!
Slay, Burrell, slay. I love it.
9 points for Burrell. Can Sykes answer? Yes, she can! Right between the eyes. Burrell off 1 foot. Wow, what a first half.
A high degree of difficulty in shot making. You love the efficiency, and both teams came out intentional in their execution of the game plan. Really impressed. We got a fun second half our way.
Fourth halftime in Atlanta is coming up next. Both clubs shot the ball very efficiently. You're watching Unrivaled first round coverage on True TV, presented by Samsung Galaxy.
Let's go!
Welcome back to Miami. Let's take a look at our game summary presented by Miller Lights. And it's a 4-point game at recess. Both clubs shooting better than 56% from the floor. 4 threes for Vinyl, 6 for Laces. Bench points, that's been a factor in the ball game, and both clubs are sharing the basketball. We say hello again. Brendan Glass-Sheelan, Sabrina Ionescu, Lisa Leslie, Sarah Kustoff. Loaded cast tonight. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Lisa, excellent back-and-forth basketball game. We had a couple of lead changes, numerous ties. What do you see in the second half?
I think the second half where the Laces continue to do what they do, but Jackie Young, I'm not sure where she is, but it's Jackie Young time. And I think for Vinyl, I think they have to continue to do what they're doing, but Ray Burrell's going to have to turn it up a little bit as well.
Yeah, they've been hunting. The Laces have been hunting in the paint, and when Vinyl gets out and run, Sabrina, they've been dangerous.
Yeah, and I think you've seen production from absolutely everyone on the Vinyl. Dearica Hamby's ability to finish and get downhill, create a spark and energy for them. Ryan Howard is able to just get in her bag, score at all 3 levels. And then you have Ray Burrell, who continues to come in and put pressure on the defense. Her ability to get downhill, shoot threes, and kind of create that spark. And BG has come off the bench and just been dominant in the paint.
Big-time efforts by Hamby and Howard, former teammates at the Paris Olympics in 3x3. And we look at our impact players on the night, Sarah. 18 for Sykes, who is living up to the all-unrivaled second-team nod.
Yeah, and what jumps off this page to me, again, is the efficiency. 7 of 11 for Sykes. You can grow across the board for everyone. Both these coaches have to be very pleased with the execution.
Second half is underway. It's win or go home. If Vinyl wins, they take on Phantom at Barclays Center on Monday for the semifinals. If Laces win, it's Mist Laces. Spin in the paint by Hamby, lays it in. Just as Vinyl started the game, intentional, beating Dearica Hamby.
And she's so great at continuing to use different footwork to her advantage, especially when she gets into the paint. She never just really goes, up so easily. She's always using spins and up and unders, and just her ability to use her size and her patience to her advantage.
Thomas flings it up on the spin cycle off the mark. Hamby runs the floor hard. Burrell searches for an angle. Drives to the free throw line. Lob pass. Hamby with one dribble. Carves out room and a foul.
There you go, and exactly what we saw to start the game, a intentionality to get the ball inside to Hamby. Beautiful feed by Burrell, patience, and using the size by Hamby.
14 points on 7 of 8 shooting. Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I touched base with both coaches. For Coach Wade, he said our shots are falling, but our defense isn't there yet, which is ironic because this morning he said the one thing he wasn't concerned with was defense coming in. He said specifically ball pressure and communication. For Teaspoon, she said we allowed open looks from 3 and second chance opportunities bothered her. 5 offensive rebounds for the Laces in that first half.
Hey, Allie, thank you very much. Sykes contested by 2 members of Vinyl. Best friends, Burrell and Hamby. Burrell off on that time. We're tied for a 9th time in this first round matchup. Bounce pass to Thomas, floater, too strong. Howard hit 1 3 in that first half, 9 points. Had 1 steal, top 5 in the league in steals, but this time a theft by Laces. Transition, Thomas hits the brakes and scores.
And transition is where this game is going to be won. The team's ability to continue to get stops. The Laces, you could see, have a huge emphasis on getting up in ball screens and being really aggressive and not letting Ray Burrell and Ryan Howard just be able to dictate and get downhill at ease.
These 2 clubs met on opening day. It was a grinded out ball game. Laces only need 58 points to win. Howard heaves one up, banks it in.
We'll take it right time anyhow we can get it, even if it's off the glass.
In a game this tight, sometimes a little luck is what changes it.
4th lead change with 9 ties. Young circles back. Thomas sets the pick. Shot clock down to 2. Thomas, bullet to Young, fires. Shot clock violation. Just the 4th Laces turnover.
I mean, the bank is open. And to be able to see Ryan just kind of get her feet set, and she's such a great shooter, this is not a bad shot for her. This is actually a really good in-rhythm shot. A little bit of luck there on the glass, but obviously a momentum shift for them.
Oh, you're a sharpshooter. You don't have to call bank, right?
No, not at all.
In the playoffs? Come on now. Howard with 2, chisels in, just scrapes the iron, wrestles back an offensive rebound, new 12. Volley ball by Howard, leans in, banks it home. This time an easier bank for Howard, and Vinyl's up by 3, 14 for Ryan Howard.
I like the momentum, the pace that Vinyl's playing at offensively, and then defensively just still trying to get some stops. But we talked about Jackie Young at the half. We need more of that. She's going to have to continue to press and get downhill and maybe take some forced shots there, Sabrina.
Yeah, I think you're able to see Vinyl is playing really intentional at trying to keep guards in front, but I think Jackie's ability to play at her own pace and just get them to jump and continue to create paint touches is what's going to help her continue to find options to score.
Just 5 in the game so far for Young. Sykes has carried the load with 18, now 20 points. Sykes had 7 20-point games in the regular season. Laces within 1, led by 4 at halftime.
I just like that the lights are shining bright and these players are stepping up. Brittany Sykes is she's a winner and she wants to win. And it's right time and she wants to win. And that's the beauty of this right now. The best players in the world stepping up with the lights shining the brightest.
The hourglass is turned upside down in the playoffs. Howard now has 3 threes. In his zone right now, step back 3-pointer. Boarded by Hamby, and we're going the other way. Brittany Sykes loves the atmosphere of playoff basketball. 20 points and 8 of 13 shooting. Sykes and Laces down by 4 at Sephora Arena here in Miami. TNT Sports coverage of the Unrivaled playoffs is presented by Ford. Ready, set, Ford. This game's turned a bit on its side. Vinyl leads the 3rd quarter, 14-6. They went from down 4 at half to up 4 here in the 3rd. We will see this duo in Brooklyn on Monday. Natasha Cloud of Bantam, Brianna Stewart, the captain and co-founder of Unrivaled, the captain of Mist, of course. We'll be there. Unrivaled semifinals, presented by Samsung. Monday night, coverage starts at 7 Eastern on TNT. Sabrina, you get to go back with us too.
I know, how fun. I'm so excited.
Let's go.
So excited.
Let's go, baby.
Brooklyn! On our way.
Who are you rooting for, Cloud or Stewart?
Don't ask me that question. I want everyone to win.
That was a media trick question. You're in the booth, you have to be unbiased. We have Sabrina Ionescu with us, the Hall of Famer Lisa Leslie, Sarah Kustok, Brendan Glasheen, Allie LaForce on the sidelines. It's a winner-go-home, unrivaled postseason game here in the first round. If Final wins, they face the top seed Phantom in Brooklyn. If Laces win, it's missed Laces in the semis. We've got Rose and Breeze up next. Canada tripped up, shot clock down to 1, and Siegrist did not fire in time. Impressive third quarter thus far by Vinyl.
Yeah, and I think it's on both ends. For as much as we've talked about offensively, the level of effectiveness and efficiency, you've seen that too defensively. And I just love the variance of how these teams are attacking. They're getting downhill when they need to. They've opened it up from the outside. And the level of balance and depth is showing.
And Lisa, we talked to Andrew Wade this morning. He said offensively, our spacing has to be excellent to be successful.
Yeah, and I think he should be happy with the Laces and their spacing and how they're playing and even their defense. But Vinyl just at another level offensively, able to score regardless of what defensive schemes they run.
Wheeler, Howard, and Hamby, the trio for Vinyl. Siegrist, the steal. On the other end, misses the layup. Howard commits the foul. Big Siegrist started at the line.
And Siegrist is continuing to come in and just make an impact on the game. From the beginning of the game, hitting shots, to now being able to get in passing lanes and get herself to the basket. Just a huge impact player for the Laces.
So far, a +3 in this ball game. Maddie Siegrist off the mark on the free throw. In the regular season, just 3 of 8. Laces stuck on 52 points. Vinyl with the lead. Howard's caught fire here in the third. Walks it up with the right hand and scores off the window.
And continuing to just read where that screen is from Howard and reject it there to find the lane.
Siegrist for 2 on the other end.
I like that step back from Siegrist there. Nice finish over the top. And both teams, again, just really doing a great job of executing their offense.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada with the block. Okay, George.
She can get up.
She played great. Last game yesterday was so good. Look at this. She gets Hamby at the top with the left.
That's tough. The timing on that to get to it early.
5-6 on 6-3. Tough shot, Ryan Howard.
I mean, Ryan Howard's just heating up from that first bank that she had now to be continuing to hit shots. The hoop is continuing to get bigger for her, and the more she makes, the more she's going to continue to take.
Heard the studio crew talk about it. Howard fires again. Come on, it's right time, Lisa.
It is right time, and Vinyl has their biggest lead, 64-56.
25 for Howard, 5 threes on 9 tries. This is an imperative 90 seconds here for Laces to try and chip away. Second team foul by Vinyl. It's on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Howard just continues to make a huge impact on this game with her three-point shooting ability and her continuing effort to get downhill and in the paint. It's something that she does, and when she gets hot, she's really tough to stop.
She's a microwave. And also, give her credit for what she's done defensively. And every time we talk to Teaspoon, that's something she credits it to. And I think it fuels both sides. When she's so active defensively, it gives her that type of freedom and flow on the offense.
Howard was held to 10 points in each of the Laces meetings in the regular season. And as a club in the 2 meetings, Vinyl was just 27% from 3 tonight, 8 of 16. Howard has 5 of them. The stop and start, floats it up off 1 foot. She's in his zone.
And still got to go. And Andrew Wade obviously quickly puts in Brittany Sykes, but to try and defend her, also going to need her scoring punch, but she's on a roll now.
Canada downhill, floats it up and in. 5-point game. We approach the final minute. Canada has 11 points. Howard on the dribble handoff. He
I'm over here just stunned now because, I mean, right time, and we know that what she's been capable of all season long, but to have this type of game right now in this moment, this is where stars shine.
Howard has matched her career high with 30. Wheeler escapes, feeds Hamby, and a foul by Canada.
And I like that decision by Wheeler. She could have shot that three-pointer, but to give it to Hamby with the smaller player in the mismatch, excellent job of forcing Canada to foul her and get to the foul line.
Yeah, and I think Vinyl's doing a really good job of just playing their game. They're able to make reads, not let the laces speed them up, and just continuing to take the most effective and efficient shots. And whether that's Ryan Howard threes or continuing to find the mismatch, they're doing it really well.
When they're knocking down threes, though, to your point earlier, it changes the complexion of how they can operate offensively and that type of spacing.
Sykes hunts at the free throw line, picked off by Hamby. Howard has 30 to match her season high. Looks to drive it on Sykes, draped all over her, bounce pass to Hamby. Shot clock winding down. Down to 3, 2, Wheeler heaves it. In touch rim. Shot clock is off for Laces. They look for a great shot to close the quarter. Howard won't give Thomas any breathing room. Loose ball, stolen. No shot on the other end. The winning score is 82, established by Vinyl. They were down 4 at the end of the second. Outstanding effort by the 6 seed Vinyl. Ryan Howard on both ends. Tonight, her offense on display. 30-piece to this point. You're watching the Unrivaled first round on True TV, presented by Sam.
We can hear Renee Halloran in the studio. Ryan Howard has been exceptional, but most specifically, it was a takeover time in the third quarter. She was in her bag, did just about everything she could for her team, and when she gets it going, she heats up like a microwave. You see it from everywhere, scored at all 3 levels. It was lights out, 21 points in that quarter alone.
Ryan Howard is our reliable player in the game, presented by Xfinity. Has matched her season high with 30 and picked the perfect time to do it. Vinyl looks to pull off the upset and punch its ticket to Brooklyn for the Unrivaled semifinals. We start the fourth quarter. The winning score, presented by Maker's Mark, is 82 points. Young tripped up. It's a 2-on-1. Wheeler snakes free. Howard lobs it. Hamby finishes it. An alley-oop. Vinyl throws the first punch in the fourth. Sykes for 3. And the fourth quarter is commercial free. Brought to you by AT&T.
Wow, Vinyl just out of the gates here in this fourth quarter, clicking on all cylinders from the lob pass to the layup, starting with their defense. Excellent job.
This is as connected as we've seen Vinyl all season long. Shooting 65% from the floor. Coach Weatherspoon told the studio in the pregame show, we have to click on the same cylinder. That is playing out right before our eyes. Coming up next, our second quarterfinal. Paige Beckers of Breeze warms up at the PWC practice studio. Beckers selected to the first team All-Unrivaled. Also an All-Unrivaled first teamer, Chelsea Gray. The reigning champions, Rose. Get loose. Rose and Breeze next on True TV. Where are the red vines?
I need red vines. I'm about to move on to my Unrivaled Sprite.
Okay.
Did you see the flares on the Sprite can? That was so cool.
Sabrina, if you're Laces, quick 4-0 spurt by Vinyl, how do you settle things down?
You got to continue to play at your pace, but have a sense of urgency and knowing Vinyl started that quarter to win the game. They didn't come out tentative or not trying to lose, and I think you're able to see here AT is going to try and take over the game and get herself into the paint and get her team going. 14
for Thomas with 7 rebounds. Vinyl was down 4 at halftime. Hamby wants to attack. Outlet to Wheeler. Jab step to the right. Drives it left. Feeds it to Hamby. Goes hand! Plus the foul!
Come on! I'm talking about the Vinyl team just clicking on all cylinders. First of all, Wheeler with the excellent heads up. Only 2 seconds left on the clock, but Hamby with the strong finish and 1. Look at the reaction. Vinyl, wow. We saw this, Brendan, last year when Vinyl upset Lunar Owls, who was obviously the best team all season long, and here we are with Vinyl on the verge of another upset.
Hamby had 16 in that game, sealed it with the game winner. Thomas off the mark. Vinyl needs 4 points to advance. If Vinyl does move on, it's Phantom next. Howard, 3, short.
Ooh, I think that was a heat check right there.
Thomas erupts over Hamby, banks it home. Laces need stops now. Down 15 to the winning score of 82. Ball pressure by Sykes. Aims to hedge the screen, a couple of drags. Down to 5 to shoot. Wheeler puts the head down, drives it, and will head to the line.
What I like about Vinyl right now, not settling for threes, but getting downhill, and if you can get the foul, you're going to have to take it and finish strong. Very smart play right here at Vinyl down the stretch.
I'd say Ryan Howard and Erica Wheeler have done a tremendous job being able to make really great decisions out of the pick and roll, whether it's for themselves as a scorer, but also being able to get Dearica going. And I think we're able to see kind of that balance, and it's keeping the Laces on their toes. They don't know what these guards are doing.
No, and a big part of that is whether they're switching and when they're switching. And even off of that previous pick and roll, there's times that they're switching a little late, and that's what's opened up Hamby.
Wheeler had missed 1 free throw all regular season. Sykes cannot deliver the goods. Stuck on 22 points. Wheeler settles. Sykes gives her no room. All up in her grill. Outlet. Hamby. Logo 3. Sykes leaps for the rebound. Walk up three-pointer. Howard the rebound. Vinyl entered the playoffs, having lost 4 of its last 5. Beat Lunar Owls last weekend to seal a playoff spot. Wheeler fights around the pick, finds Hamby, 4-2. Laces timeout.
That was a great job. Coach Spoon asked Wheeler to slow that down, and they were able to execute their offense. When you look at this play, this is a set play here, where you get that brush screen there happening by Dearica, and she rolls hard. A nice pocket pass to Dearica, able to finish easily at the rim.
Suddenly, the 10-4 Laces basketball club has its back against the wall.
AT flip it, okay? Stop, score, stop. That's it. Come on, let's go. Lace on 3. 1, 2, 3. No, we're not.
Brief messaging by both head coaches. Vinyl just needs 2 points to reach the winning score. They beat the #1 seed Lunar Owls last year in the semis. As the 6th seed in season 2, they got Laces on their backs now. Thomas with the quick lane. Here we go. Ryan Howard has a pair of game winners this season. Looks to keep it over the line. Keeping the dribble, flings it to Hamby. Shot clock to 5. Howard, the drive, separate jumper, in and out. Young climbs the ladder. Into Thomas. Final ball again.
Well, here's what's going to be important for Vinyl. Just continue to execute an offense, get a good screen, and try and see if you can get downhill to the basket.
The feed from Wheeler to Hamby. Vinyl once again is a Cinderella story on the way to Brooklyn on Monday night.
I mean, again, we continue to talk about Erica Wheeler's ability to get down into the paint, but also create for her bigs. This is an amazing pass and an even better finish by Dearica Hamby, who's able to just connect on the alley-oop, finish through contact, and hit the game winner.
Coach Spoon talked about this group being a veteran group, and she knew if they all showed up, played consistent defense, but stayed together offensively, this has been probably the most complete game we've seen all season long, and this is the time for it to happen. Look at look at Coach Spoon's reaction. I love it.
Teresa Weatherspoon was a player in New York for 7 years. She gets a chance to go back to the Big Apple to play in a postseason game. And Ryan Howard goes for 30, now up there with the greats in our 2 seasons down here in Miami.
Exceptional. The lights got brighter, she got bigger, and she took over in that third quarter. That was a separating factor, and there was a patience and a poise in how they closed things out. The pick and roll by Wheeler and Hamby was the go-to play, but it was Ryan Howard who put this team on her shoulders throughout the course of that finish.
Final outscored Laces 40-23 in the second half. Howard goes for 30, Hamby followed in with 25. Ryan